talking about? Yeah, commercial. That's this water? Yeah.
So let's take it back to the beginning. How do you deal with this?
That's my boy, right?
My last panel.
It was fucking funny, right? Fucking guys are all serious, like, well, the way.
I just want to know when Fight Club starts from now.
Dude, I'm ready.
I don't know where to buy carpet condoms, seriously.
I don't know, but that's fine. She'd be like, oh my god, you're like, it's fucking Shag, honey.
How do you guys play?
AstroTurf one night, Shag the next.
That sounds abrasive.
Yeah, but it's all about the dude. Any dude that tells you otherwise, they're like, ooh, did you ever use Tickler for her? He's like, fucking who cares? Any dude that says different's just lying. He's like, yeah, I was really thinking about her. Oh, fuck off.
So I wanted to confirm a rumor. We heard that the entrails from the horse in the first episode of the last season were made from condoms.
Well, yeah, quite a bit of it. And then not only the condoms are used a lot on our set.
Imagine that!
You guys are like fans of safe sex. You're like, yay.
Just sex in general.
But we use a lot of them. And I remember doing the CDC, we have 100 zombie people dressed up, and they're laying on that hot Georgia asphalt. They were taking condoms filled with water and smashing them under them. Like, they were doing so much shit because they were like frying on the fucking cement. But yeah, there's condoms everywhere.
Whose is this?
Yours. That's
Oh,
yours.
right.
Does it gross you out, even though you know it's fake?
I know, it's kind of baggy.
You know it's fake, but does it still gross you out?
No, it doesn't.
Really? Oh.
So we have both. We have
Back
both.
there.
You guys take a shot with me?
Everybody take a shot.
Fuck, where'd my drink
So going back to the beginning, we'll get into more Q&A in a bit. I want to know how you guys hooked up with Troy Duffy. I mean, there's so much grist for the mill around the making of that first film in particular.
Right. Well,
What is grist for the mill?
It means there was a whole lot of fucking drama in that documentary.
I've never heard it before. All right, cool.
no, we got the script like everybody else and tried to get the film, and there was literally tons of really popular, good actors trying to get those parts. And Troy fought for us to get those parts. He did a screen test on his own dime to convince the studio to take us. When I think they were trying to get Stephen Dorff and John Bon Jovi to play the brothers.
Yeah!
John Bon Jovi?
Actually, it was Patrick Swayze and Marky Mark.
That was really
I'm so glad you guys won.
all the time.
Either one will work.
But Troy fought for us to do it, so he paid for this screen test on his own dime. And I think maybe that might have been part of the fight that they had with Miramax. But yeah, I mean, like overnight, that's such bullshit. Like, you have enough footage of Santa Claus, you make him look like a dick.
I think that was a hatchet job.
Oh my God! Yeah, well, those guys were friends of Troy's, and they followed him around, and they had a deal that they could document everything. I mean, for a long time. You have to understand, Troy also had a record deal with Warner Brothers. He had a lot of things going on, and he's a very abrasive dude.
Did any of you cats see Overnight?
I did.
It's a documentary about the making of the film.
It's absolutely freaking amazing. Troy Duffy is awesome, and they fucking over.
Well, first of all, it's
He's
fucking
awesome.
amazing.
Well, let's get back to what it's a documentary about.
It is
him
an
and the
amazing
making of the
documentary
film.
because that just proves if you edit some shit. Because I mean, literally, I saw the documentary and I was like, dude, Troy's a dick. 10 years. Oh my God.
He showed me
My point is, we were there the whole time. You're talking about a documentary where they didn't interview one crew member or one cast member, and yet they convinced everybody. Everybody asked, "Fucking Troy's a dick," right? They're like, they made a documentary without asking anybody to fucking know.
To be fair, though, there's footage of Troy himself calling a woman a new line.
Okay, first of all, hey, how many things did I say? How many things did I say in the first panel that if you took it out of context, you'd be like, I just said the word fag. You can post it out and go, oh my God, he's a fucking dick. Come on. You took that shit out of context. Right there, you got footage of me shake that shit out of. You're like, he was talking to fans, going, take that shit out of God, you know.
I can honestly tell you though, the way he was, I think that's why your movie was great, and he made that movie.
He fights for what he wants.
Absolutely. It couldn't have been any other way without it. It became a cult classic because of his
He's a good dude. He's a good director.
I'd say like
He's
the courtroom scene.
Yeah.
Instead of saying action, he was like, "You deliver these people." You're like,
Awesome.
It was great to work with.
Yeah.
What was it like working with him again?
It was the same, and plus if that overnight was right, nobody would have worked with him again. Every single person came back to
On the
part
crew
two.
too. The whole crew came back. It was like, we're doing part 2. They're like, done.
Was there a marked difference in his way of conducting business from 1 to 2?
Well,
Not
conducting business.
really. That he was basically doing the same thing, but it wasn't the same thing as the first one because it was basically us in the first one. The second one, he was trying to introduce all these new characters, so he really let us. He left us alone and then focused on them more than us. So it wasn't really the same.
The other question is Julie Benz. Come on, seriously?
I love you.
She was, yes.
What the fuck was that?
His voicemail.
I love it. My bad. Wait, can I say something really quick?
Which was fun.
Wait. Can I say something really quick? Yes. Okay. This girl right here, can you stand up? Come on, suicide, stand up. Okay. She handed me a baggie of squirrel jerky today. Wait, that was real. It was real squirrel. She goes, I chased it down with a shovel.
Said it was made of squirrel. I'm just fucking snacking.
You know that nobody believes you at all.
You still have it?
It's in the room.
Saving it for later.
Do you have any squirrel jerky on you?
Oh, it's
I want to watch that happen.
Uh-oh.
It's really far. Can someone go get that squirrel baggie?
Baggy. I'll leave some squirrel jerky. Yeah!
myself.
Which movie did you like making better?
Real.
Which movie did you like making better? 1 or 2?
1 or 2 for 1.
One was funner?
Yeah, well, I mean, 1 was about the brothers being badass, and the second
Right.
one had all this funny stuff that I didn't really find that funny. To be honest. But
1 was better.
One was good mix being good mix.
right, well, part 1 was like it was
Serious.
new to us, and I was kind of a new actor at that time, so I was really excited to be a part of anything. But it was more badass, I think. Part 2 had a lot of funny stuff.
Tarantino kind of.
Yeah, but on Troy's behalf, like he's been getting like as much like emails and fan letters that we get about Boondock, he gets like probably 10 times more. So he tried to make the second one for the fans, which is on his behalf. Fuck you, everybody! I'm doing it for you guys because that movie is like the people's movie.
Well, I saw the second one first, so I actually liked it better because I saw it first.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean some people like the second one
Better, yeah.
Were you guys
I
buddies?
like making the second one better, but as far as watching the movie, I like the first one better.
Were you guys buddies before you made the first film?
Yeah.
Or was that the beginning of a beautiful
Well,
relationship?
we met because Sean and I met because basically.
The phone rang. They're like, Norman, you have the part. I'm like, hang on, Sean.
Take that out of context.
It's a lie, but it was meant to be taken in context.
Yeah, I swallowed, wiped my mouth.
Do you have that shit on videotape? Because I will totally pay for it.
Because I love it.
God bless Rita's, man. You know, you gotta lose this cat.
You don't swallow, you don't love it.
Remember that, girls.
And guys,
Are you doing a Sarah Palin thing with your hand?
What does that mean?
The nose.
This is like just bullshit. I always write on my hand because I ride a motorcycle a lot. So if I have directions, I go like this. Just used for writing. I have a habit of writing on my hand.
Something happened at 12 noon today.
You still draw on yourself, buddy?
I do. I draw on everything. I have 80 DVD.
I've got Ritalin if you
Yeah,
do
I
so.
usually write all over my arm when I do like critical care for animals. So I always, whenever there's like an emergency or CPR, I always write
You're like, amputate his left leg.
Question.
Yes, question.
Okay, I'm pretty sure when I speak for just about the entire fucking planet that the shower scene was like the most fucking awesome thing ever. So,
It's girl
for real.
Some sailor was in the back going, yeah!
It was fucking hot. So now my question is actually more for Norman though. Now you're stuck, traveling through the wilderness, killing zombies.
Fat white ass.
Right, and it was fucking hot.
Huge white.
So now you're all gross, traveling through the countryside, killing zombies. Aren't you gonna have to bathe in a stream at some point?
That's funny. I did this film in China, right? Where I was in a river. Oh, wait, stop.
Squirrel jerky.
Evidence. Look at this. Squirrel jerky.
Let's actually suicide. So pick up some motherfucker to come up and taste this. If you don't die, we'll eat it.
I'll eat a piece.
Here's the biggie.
I'll eat a piece.
Here's the biggie. You ready for this? I'm a vegan.
I'll eat it.
I'll eat a piece.
Do it! Still got hair on it. And I think that's an ear.
I'll eat a piece.
Well, no, wait a minute. The fucking Jesus right there.
Wait, get up here, man. Come on. You need to come up here for that.
Wait, I want to watch Jesus.
Norman, is that going on Twitter?
Immediately.
Fap. Fucking A.
That's okay, we'll be back.
Tastes like pork. And it's hella good.
Okay, so
Norman, it's good.
so you're naked in a stream.
What? No, I was doing a film in China, right? And it was right after 9/11. There's no, get this shit away.
You get autographs, I get, yeah!
No, I was in China doing a film, but I was in a river, right? And I had to wash out something. This is about Eastern medicine. I had to wash out this thing called a rotong, which is which is a human. This is a bullshit story. I'll tell you whatever. It's a human toilet. It's stupid.
Okay, so are you going to be bathing in a stream?
She's like, get to the naked bits. Jesus. Fuck China. Are you going to be naked?
Rehearse it now.
I'm trying to play Daryl as fucking dirty as possible. So I don't want to take a shower. I'm going to be fucking filthy this whole fucking time.
So that's a yes.
Who's next? Question.
Right here.
You made us wait long enough for the second one. When's the third one coming out?
Supposedly he's writing it right now. So if you write Troy, tell me his fat ass off the fucking toilet. There you go. Right. Tell them we've been like, what's your problem? Hurry up.
Yeah, brother. What's your social security number? Chocolate milk. I'm not shitting you.
Can I have ice?
Chocolate milk. Liquor's an acquired taste. My mom gave me chocolate milk. I'd have to think about it. I took one smell. I'm like, fuck yes. Make no mistake. No one ever took a first sip of this and went, fucking shit, that's so. Now you gotta teach yourself. Eventually, you're like, fuck, that's good. Beer tastes like piss the first 3 times. Then you're like, okay, I kind of fucking dig the buzz. Then you're like, the flavor. Chocolate milk. You're like, fucking soul.
Syrup or mix? What? Syrup or mix? Syrup or powder?
Quick or Hershey?
Pre-made.
Hershey's.
In a party.
You're on the spot!
That's how badass my mom was. Back in the day, way fucking before y'all, whenever for a nickel you get a milk, but it was like white milk, right? My mom would wrap up quick the powder in an aluminum foil. It looked like a lid of pot. Yes. All the motherfuckers were like, damn, your mom gives you quick motherfucking shit. Fuck yeah.
Favorite drink?
What?
Favorite drink?
Jack. Jack and Coke is my favorite drink. I'm so white trash like that.
How baked are you right now?
I smoke weed. How weird is that?
Neither do I.
I grew up with a mom who had like betrayed or deceived under the bed, and I was like, I just went like punk rock. I hate all fucking weed smokers at a young age, and I'm not against it, but I'm the worst stoner on the planet. I just eat and fall asleep.
No, that makes the best though.
Jesus says that.
What's up, brother?
Hey, Norman.
So, Sean, are
Pass
you
that
gonna
bottle
be
on
in
down
Walking
here,
Say it
Dead
again.
soon?
What?
Are you gonna be in Walking Dead anytime soon?
Yes, I'm a tomato.
Let me tell you something. Greg Nicotero is a really good friend of mine, and he directed the webisodes, and he's a fucking genius. He offered Sean the webisodes.
Fucking
He
A.
wanted Sean to play the lead in all the webisodes, and Sean contractually couldn't do it, so he had other things to do. But
Well, that
that would have been
sucks.
dope.
Sean would have made a good Rick. Just saying, I like to go with
Don't just-
Hey, I'd done it if I was free. I was just booked. So yeah, what's up, brother?
As an acting student, I'm just curious, what made you guys want to be actors?
Pussy.
Let's go around.
I feel fucked up. I love it.
Welcome to ZomBCon.
I love it. I kind of fell into it. I didn't try to do it. I kind of fell into it, to be honest. But I didn't really like. I didn't model. I did the product campaign, which at that time they were using actors. So I'd already done 6 Ways to Sunday and Floating, and they asked me to do that. Tim Roth did it. Joaquin did it. I did it. And then a Japanese actor did it. But at that time, more people saw that than those 3 films. So. But yeah.
Do you know who the Japanese actor was?
I don't. That was a long time ago.
Mr. Guy in the white shirt and the cool hat.
At ZomBCon, you told us a story about your grandpa calling some dressing chumps. You got another grandpa story?
I got a shitload of grandpa. My granddaddy was the coolest motherfucker in the world.
Shit, my grandpa says.
Seriously, he's the coolest dude I've ever met in my life. That motherfucker would like say some wacky shit all the time. I'm like 8 years old. He's like, Flannery, get out here, hell. I'm like, yeah, granddaddy. I'm fucking 6. He's like, look at that piece of ass over there. Why you ain't a tail chaser? I'm like, because I'm fucking 6. I don't even know what the trouser worm's for yet. He's the coolest motherfucker I've ever met. And the champ story for you guys that don't know. So, one day he's on the porch. And he goes, Flannery, get out here. I go out there and he's like, look at it over there. We got a couple champs over there. And I look out across the street. There's these 2 dudes walking down the street. And I'm like, I'm like fucking 6. I'm like, Granddaddy, what championship did they win? What are they the champions of? My granddaddy's like, no, son. They tail chasers like you and me. When they get home, one in front, he gonna bend over and he gonna take it like a champ. Check it out. I'm like 6 fucking years old, right? And I kind of laughed at it, like, I'm like, oh, that's right. I didn't know what the fuck he meant. I'm like walking down the street one day, I'm 16, and I was like, fucking rock! So since then I never get in trouble because I'm like, that's a fucking champ. He's like, thank you. I don't want to turn on Granddaddy. Granddaddy kicks ass, man. What's up? He's still with us. Granddaddy is not, unfortunately.
Okay, toast to Granddaddy.
And check this out, Granddaddy. Here's my granddaddy. One more little thing right here. This tells you about like relationship. My granddaddy and my mama been together for like 60 fucking years.
That's what Michael used to call my grandma.
Everybody wants to claim white trash. Like I'm fucking from Bayou Country in Louisiana. It's like hillbilly shit.
Oh, down
But my
south.
grandma and granddaddy. I mean, I would go pick them up every year for Christmas, and we'd be there, and my granddaddy would be like, "Goddamn woman painting my goddamn ass. Can't fucking stand that shit. She's always on my." Where's your man, Mom? Where's your man? Oh, okay, there she is. Okay. And it's so funny because when people say that, like, they bicker, but those motherfuckers were inseparable. My mama, fucking, I got video footage of her from like 1985. She's walking in the backyard. Where's Charlie? Eating a chicken wing. She's going, where's Charlie? And she got 2 cars. She's like, she stuck the chicken wing in her pocket. I got video of this shit. She's like, where's Charlie? Okay, there he is. He used to sit on the porch and drink ponies. Ponies, for you guys that don't know, they're Miller High Life, and they're like 6-ounce bottles. My man would come outside on the porch, because that's where he always hung out, and she'd go, God damn it, Charlie, you getting drunk out here, and it's nonsense. He'd go, oh, hush up, woman, bring me a couple ponies. Okay. You want a cold? And she fucking skirted around. I fucking envy that relationship, man. It's like, fuck yes! One for the granddaddy. Next question.
I got one. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask Norman, is it a lot different working on The Walking Dead now without Frank Darabont?
I tell you, like, yeah, sign us.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, our boy Ryan that set this up, like, a salute to Ryan, like, first off, for doing all this. But I really like that guy. And I know we're supposed to pass these out, but like we're gonna sign some and like put like a little jar. Like you guys tip him just to like pay for all these because he didn't have to pay for these. So like if you have $1 or whatever, just stick it in a quarter and go wherever. Frank, we all came to Georgia to work for Frank, right? We're all huge fans of Frank. Frank hired us. Like we went there to work for Frank. But the deal, whatever happened with him and AMC we'll probably never know what happened. They don't tell us that shit. And they did a lot of like patch up real quick.
It involved 2 hookers and a starfish. That is actually the plan for tonight.
But it's different in the way that it like hurt our feelings. But Glenn has done an amazing job, and he was Frank's number 2. He was handpicked by Frank. We knew him from the writers' room because he's one of the main writers, and he came in and said, hey, I'm in this position, how are we going to work this out? How are we going to do it? And it actually brought the cast so much closer together that we all, we were like, we are the fucking Walking Dead, and we bound together and we just started kicking ass as hard as possible. And the show hasn't slowed down one bit. If anything, it's become tighter in a weird way.
So, when was the last time you spoke with Frank? And have any of you communicated with him? And I'm not asking you to tell us what was said, but do you guys still speak? Or was he just gone like a phantom?
Well, no, he wasn't. We saw Frank in Los Angeles. We all met Frank for a second in Los Angeles, and around the time of the premiere. And it was sweet. And we all fucking really adore that dude. Like we love Frank, and Frank loves his actors. But when this all was going down and it was all getting weird, there's a scene coming up in an episode of Walking Dead where I do some pretty grody things to some animals. I don't fuck them, but there's some pretty
Thank you for clarifying.
Are there any starfish involved?
There's no starfish involved, but they sent me. They sent me to study with a taxidermist. Right? So I went to this little old lady's taxidermy place in Georgia where it looked like something out of Saw. Like, and she taught me some things. And I sent Frank the head of a coyote, a real coyote. So that was kind of a joke.
But it was a mean coyote.
But it was a really sweet.
For all you peas.
In a Godfather kind of way.
But no, Frank and I Frank and all of us are still, really good friends. What?
She's drunk.
She just Touretted some shit.
I think she said she wants to see her tits.
Your wallet on. You dropped your wallet. Look at that.
You are drunk. You dropping your wallet and shit.
What are you doing?
Jesus Christ.
Questions?
Back to the trouser warmer. That's my question. Sean,
Yeah, what about it?
when did you first discover
It was funny.
It was 7, not 6.
Glenn Glenda Bilbo, 7 years old. Bilbo. Glenda Bilbo. A Stinger missile of another order of Stinger missile magnitude altogether. This chick taught me what it was about. Because suddenly you're like, oh, whoa, whoa, damn. Glenda Bilbo walking in the room, you're like, hot damn. She used to walk to a little, God, was in your third grade. I don't know, like 7. And she used to walk by all the time to past the Piggly Wiggly. There was a little karate studio. Everybody from the South knows.
I know what a Piggly Wiggly is. Fucking A. She was talking about Piggly Wigglies yesterday.
So check it
Mama
out.
went to Piggly
She used to walk by. Her bicycle, this is how fucking cool Glenda Bilbo was, bitches. She used to walk by with her bicycle and it had a basket on the front. That bike had a flat tire for 2 years, but she would walk it to carry shit in the basket. And I always was like, what the fuck is in that basket? And it was her little kimono, her gi for martial arts. Obviously, I fucking signed up, right? Everybody goes, why did you get into martial arts? Oh, I'm going to be a badass. No, what a fucking Bilbo. You know what I mean? Everybody like, once you get into martial arts,
that's how you got into acting too. Like you're such a pussy.
Dude, I am. That's no shit. No shit. I dropped an English class and I signed up for whatever the fuck they were teaching in that building that chick walked out of every Monday. I was like, what? I don't give a fuck what they're teaching. I signed up for this shit. It was acting. That's a true story. But Glenda Bilbo, the shit. Seriously.
Oddly enough, Glenda Bilbo, will you go ahead, please?
I bet Glenda Bilbo's Facebook.
I fucked her.
They're gonna blow the fuck up.
You know she's out there somewhere.
Is she so hot?
I have no idea, man.
You got Facebook?
Probably not. She's probably 11 kids.
Someone find Glenda Bilbo on Facebook right now on their mobile.
I can hear her now. You know, I couldn't shut
Can't do it in videotape.
She's in Kentucky.
No, this chick was a stinger.
She's suicidal right now.
How do I spell her last name?
What's that?
Like Baggins.
B-I-L-B-O, bitches. Get her on the phone.
That doesn't bode well for a chick. I mean, Bilbo, I'm just gonna say.
Yes, right there.
Maybe she has furry feet now.
Hang on, stop. What?
What was it like working with Lady Gaga?
She's great, actually. And, you know, I didn't own any Lady Gaga albums before I met her, but that girl, like, she's like a chick from New York and just normal and cool, but she's, like, her work ethic is insane. Like, it was 5 in the morning, she's like, they're like, dance with 500 guys, doing her thing, whatever, dance with 500 girls, doing her thing. Like, I could keep one eye open, I was like, going to the producer, going, call it, dude, fuck, I gotta go to bed, call this shit. And she just kept fucking going, and then the whole thing when she pulls out the gun and the lipstick comes out, she go, like, we shoot that scene, and first off, the director of that is like, okay, everyone, shut up, we have a real actor on here, and so I felt like a dick, like, I mean, these guys can dance their ass off, and all I have to do is, like, look mean, and she goes, okay, I have an idea. She goes, I'm going to pull out a gun. I'm going to enable the kiss, the famous kiss. So this lipstick's going to come out. And then she stopped and looked at me like, and I went, rad. And she goes, okay, cool. Like, you know, so she came up with that on the slide, but she's cool. She's fucking cool. You know what I mean?
She seems really fucking smart, man. I mean,
she's super fucking smart. And the thing is, like, her tastes are really good. I mean, I know she's like a pop singer and, you know, apply whatever that fuck that.
She's also
whatever.
She's an underground DJ. She's a really good DJ.
I know a whole lot about her because some of the Lower East Side circles in New York, some of my friends knew her way back when, so I know a whole lot about her. But her taste is really good. Like, she likes the same shit you guys like.
I gotta ask you because she's been coming out a lot because I'm a metal musician by trade before getting into this. And she's been coming out saying, like, I listen to Saxon if anybody knows who the fuck they are.
She knows more about, like, fucking death metal and fucking...
So that's the real, that's real.
Yeah, and she knows it all.
Wow.
It's kind of crazy. Like, it's the same about, like, Courtney Love. Like,
we don't want to talk about her in this channel. But Norman, we'll talk about Courtney Love.
We'll talk about it later. I mean, there's ways that I want to punch her in the face, and there's other ways where I'm like, that girl's fucking brilliant. Like, she goes back and forth with me, so I won't bring it up here.
Do you have any new photo projects coming up?
Yeah, I have a show in New York at the end of November that's sponsored by Wired Magazine, and then Don Julio.
Wait, photo projects?
Yeah, I do a lot of art shows too. So I have a photo show of photography that I haven't taken one photo for yet. So I'm way behind.
Are you ever taking pictures of this guy?
Just news, yeah.
In the back.
So along the Lady Gaga lines, is it true that it's not gay in a three-way?
That is
Say that again, please.
Not gay in a three-way.
Not gay in a three-way.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It still is. It still is. She's talking about a three-way. 2 dudes, 1 chick.
Let's go to the
That's fucking gay. That's not a three-way.
If your balls don't touch, is it still gay?
He's way too fucking close.
No idea. But what? I mean, what's wrong with the three-way? What? Oh, right, yeah. I don't know what that. I love SNL, but I didn't see that little thingy. You know, I love SNL. I love it. But, you know, I have a tendency to, like, watch the ones from, like, the 70s. Yeah, those are my favorites.
What's your favorite SNL skit?
Fuck.
I like the beatniks of Steve Martin.
We need
myself,
more
but-
cowbell.
I like the sweaty balls.
I put my pants on one leg at a time. The only difference is make hit records.
I'm a John Belushi fan, so I like all of that, you know, all the Pepsi, chip, all that shit, and I like all the samurai stuff, and I like all his Marlon Brando impersonations and shit. So I like the older Samuel.
Remember the one with when he, I think he only did it once, but when he played the old Russian lady with the 17 boobs, and they had these rods in there, so it just made his boobs just...
Kind of.
No, never.
But, and also, I like the women back in the 70s. Like, I like Lorraine, what's her name? But, like, and Gilda Radner. But I like those women because, like, they're so fucking interesting. Like, the women themselves are just fucking fascinating. You know?
What's up, brother?
I was going to ask if you had a chance to have the Ben and Jerry's sweaty balls yet.
Is that a flavor?
It just came out.
I want to.
They just got shipped.
I just want to know if there's any dude in here that's tried that shit.
I will totally try
Hey, they're having a threesome contest in the room there.
Can you YouTube me saying, I will try sweaty balls?
This used to have sweaty balls.
You missed out on this world, by the way.
Who's next?
Is it good?
That's good. Yes.
I try something like squirrel jerky.
Yeah, dude.
Running it down.
How big of a piece you want, bro?
I want a piece.
You want a piece? It's good.
a piece?
It's actually, it's good.
It's very good.
You're gonna want seconds. You're a big boy. There you go. Thank you. Anybody else?
Good. Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't even ask him Boondock's trivia.
While Sean has to have snacks, I'm
good.
curious about
Good.
what
important
kind of movies do you watch on your own when you spend time? Is there a
pretty good.
genre you watch?
My favorite movie ever is Midnight Cowboy. That's my favorite film on the planet. That's the first time I ever watched a film that
How much fun are more my back?
What?
Squirrel stampede.
Oh, fantastic.
Quite know it's squirrel stampede.
Well, my favorite film is Midnight Cowboy. It was the first time I saw like editing and acting and cinematography all come together and be like, wow, it's a production.
What about
It's a
Sean?
team effort.
Favorite film?
Favorite film of all time. I gotta tell you, the scene in that when that crazy lady was driving the truck and she goes, and it looked like this. One of the best scenes in cinema history. But my favorite film is actually Life is Beautiful.
Yeah, great.
Really?
Favorite film of all time.
You sentimentalist.
I know, brother. Hold me.
He may be loud, but he's not.
Questions. Who's next? Okay, fuck it. It's cool.
Norman.
Nice to meet you.
It's funny, this is the second time tonight at a horror convention that Midnight Cowboys come up. We were just talking to Tom Savini, and he said it was the movie that released him emotionally from the stress in Vietnam, because he was a non-photographer and he had never tried to play something like that. Who's seen Midnight Cowboy?
It's great. But, hey, you know, I can tell you about Tom Savini. I did an art show in New York, and I took a friend of mine, he's got a company called Ill Will, and they do like saber-toothed tigers for the like Discovery Channel and all this shit. He does the horror stuff, and I have a website called Big Bald Head that I saw 3 short films that I directed and edited and shot. And my friend helped me with that, so I know Tom Savini through him. But I went to that school.
He named the website after his penis.
It's fucking hot.
But I went to his school in Pennsylvania, or where the fuck it is, and took a bunch of his interns back to do a show in New York, and I made a life-size statue of myself out of 8-pound polyurethane foam, and painted it blue like Mr. Freeze, and then built a big plexiglass box and put it in the middle, and then filled it full of rats for an art show. But I took some of his people from his.
That sounds kind of special.
If you Google my name and statue, I think that's the first thing that comes up. But so I met his workers and stuff. But Tom Savini today walked by me and I go, "Hey, how's it going?" And he went like this. Oh. And walked right no, I got this by Tom Savini.
Kick him in the nuts.
Who's next? Question. Who's next?
Sorry.
Yes, right there.
Yes, well, one of the more iconic things about the Boondock Saints series is obviously the awesome tattoos that you guys have. Do you have any real ones? And if they are in any questionable or suggested places, can we see them?
I'm stunned.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Are you looking at your crotch?
I have a few, and
how many hours you got on you?
Oh fuck, I don't know. I'm usually drunk.
That's a bad thing to do.
Yeah, no, I mean I have a few.
Nice.
I have Norman right here across my heart because my dad was named Norman. He died when I was little, so it's his honor. And I have little ones that I've just fucked around with friends, and I have one here that I passed out and woke up with. I have a few.
Those are the best, yeah.
Norman, what kind of art? Because I haven't seen your artwork yet. It sounds like you do some pretty trippy shit. That statue was your thing? The rats?
Yeah. I originally tried to fill it full of bees, and I was going to have microphones inside of it, and have but it's hard to get bees in New York in the winter. Butterflies. Only place you can find butterflies are like weddings, and they cost.
You can order them online.
There's a bug factory or whatever that in San Diego they send you
caterpillars.
They send you tons of bugs, but I tried to do it with flies at one time, but they sent me fly larvae, and I had to have them hatch within like 4 days. So and they were still larvae, so I put them in front of a heater, thinking they would.
Fry them up.
And my little boy Mingus was like, "It fucking stinks in here," right? And then I basically made larva soup out of them, which was disgusting. But so I opted for rats, so I ran around to all the Petco's in New York.
One last art question. Who influences you? And actually, is your kid named after Charles Mingus?
Exactly, yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
No, it's Jethro Mingus.
Shut up. And my name's Sean too, so and I will take you on after this.
Dude, you know what? For Halloween, you should put like a huge.
I'm a champ.
You should put a huge mole on your chin and be living.
Awesome! Woo! I do a class right now, and they said that I sound like a young Lemmy.
Yeah, he's like God, Lemmy. You should be living.
Jesus, please.
Yeah. I want that to be my theme song on the Walking Dead.
Iron Fist is still the best Motorhead song, and that's what you should be listening to when you ride your motorcycle. Or no, I'm an idiot because I'm drunk. Iron Horse. On an iron horse I ride.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Make it happen. Put on The Walking Dead. Get Lemmy on The Walking Dead.
Yeah! Fuck yeah!
Back there. Yeah.
Hey, tell us another
Let's toast Grandpa again for the fucking hell.
Woo! I'm out of booze.
And Mama.
Okay.
There's nobody drinking out there.
We're out of booze.
Yeah.
I got a glass. Right here. Right here.
I can't pour that in there. It just takes
Here.
away.
See what you did?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Yeah, now I've lost it. See, I started it and then now it's gone. I started it and then I lost out.
Do it.
Here, right here.
You want one of these cups? It only had ice in it.
Who works at the hotel? Is there someone here?
Who works at? We need more booze. Who's gonna pass the hat for a keg?
That's not bad.
Rum.
Damn, Norman, what did you just say, buddy?
I said, can you get 5 more bottles of Jack and I'll pay for it?
And Sean will help you drink it.
Yeah,
There you go. He's got red wine. He's got red wine. He's talking about being a champ.
Next question.
Grandpa!
Okay, so check this out. I'll give you a Mamaw story. Here's a Mamaw story. My Mamaw, greatest woman in the world, loved my granddaddy to no end. One day I picked him up, and I was driving him back to Texas. We lived in Texas, right? And my Mamaw granddad had a brand new Cadillac. Like, they would turn it in every 4 years, and it would have like 800 miles on it. They'd only drive to church, right? So I figured out, this was like back in, they had like a 78 Cadillac, right? And this was in the early 80s, and I figured out, like, right down there by the dimmer switch, with your left foot, you could hit a button, and the radio station would seek to the next available channel. And this is my Mamaw's car, right? Any of you guys that know cars, you'll
Yeah.
you're used to shit, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I figured this shit out, and my granddaddy was in the back seat, and I had talked about this with my granddad. I'm like, fuck, that's a cool little thing on the caddy, right? So we get in, and we're all driving, and I was like, Mamaw, good as gold. God bless her. Good as gold. But, you know, she was in her ways. And I said, Mamaw.
Dude, my grandmother drove a DeLorean. With a martini in her hand.
I look at my Mamaw and I'm like, Mamaw, you know,
I just spilled brandy all down the front of myself.
I don't know who I can talk to.
I have a drinking problem.
Again, baby.
How cool is this guy?
So I looked at her, I'm like, Mamaw, I don't know what to do, but I found out that I can make things happen. She's like, I'm like, Mamaw, I'm serious. Like, you know, I'm in class, and, you know, I open my book, and I just say, I want to open it to page 50, and I open it to page 50. She's like, whoa. I'm like, for example, like, watch, Mamaw, I'll change the station. And I pointed at it, boom, hit the pedal, and it goes, and then she's like, Charlie. To my granddaddy in the back seat, he's like, oh, goddamn, hush up, woman. That boy ain't Claire testicle or nothing, man. He hit the goddamn pedal on the left there. No shit. My Mamaw thought that I was fucking like I had powers. Shit. That's her fucking car. That's a Mamaw story. God bless her. One for my Mamaw.
Oh.
And here in Washington, we can't just walk into a Safeway and buy booze either. It's not open.
No, not yet.
Hey, but talking about psychic powers, Sean, you were in one of my favorite movies.
Privatize.
Power. And did you watch that in Channel? Sean, are you hearing me, Sean?
Let me tell you a power story, right?
Yeah.
So,
now we're going to bring Victor in?
like a couple of years ago, I was I got a martial arts academy in LA, and I was right next door, there's a 7-Eleven. I'm wringing wet, I'm in shorts, completely wringing wet, and I got a Gatorade, and it was Halloween. And this is right, my academy's right by Boys Town, which is the champs hang out there. And I'm in 7-Eleven waiting in line, and it's Halloween evening, right? And I'm ringing when I hold my Gatorade, and I look over, and the dude at the register is like wearing a suit with a fedora, all painted white, and he's got forks and spoons glued all over his chest. I'm holding my Gatorade, and I'm looking at the dude like, oh shit. So I look at him like, hey, brother, so that's a good outfit. Who are you supposed to be? And literally, he goes, obviously you haven't seen the film. And he fucking pranced out there. I was like, fucking you rock, dude. There's a little gay powder in 7-Eleven.
I saw it's commercial.
And with that next question.
Powder puff.
Nice.
Powder puff.
You know, can I ask you a little bit of a serious question, Sean? If that's possible. Victor Salva, who made Jeepers Creepers, went to jail for doing some very bad things to a young boy.
That's fucked up.
What was it like making a film with someone like that? Because you made Powder after you did Clown House. And was there any weirdness going on there? I mean, because you throw the word fag around a little bit, and you're an outspoken denier.
Deny!
Let him listen.
Speaker.
What was it like making Powder for someone like that?
For you guys, that don't know, Powder was directed by Victor Salva. He served time for
Child molestation.
Okay, yeah.
Bad things.
Yeah, exactly. Having said that, my absolute knowledge of the man is nothing but top shelf. Also, there's a big difference between taking a 6-year-old boy out to the woods, duct taping him to a tree and raping him, and having a consensual relationship when you're 22 with a 17-year-old dude. There's a big difference between the two.
Huge.
So it's somewhere in the middle. It's not like he was outside of Target and said, "Do you want some candy? I'm so horny right now." And I gotta tell you, that cat, I mean, in my opinion, he directed a piece of art. And I would do it again. It's funny because after that, I didn't even know the guy was gay. I had no idea. And it really didn't matter to me. I mean, I throw the word around, but I joke around, but I have gay friends. I live in LA. I have no problem at all. But I also have a big problem with people like, you can't use that word. It's like, give me a fucking break. You can use it. You can call me a Mick. I'm Irish. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
At the end of the day, he's a super, super talented individual. One of the nicest, most giving directors I've ever worked with. And I would do it again in a heartbeat. But after that film, at the premiere, I was looking out, and there's all these guys with picket signs. And I looked down, and I'm like, holy shit, look at all the fans. The child, what? They're holding picket signs. And to be honest, I didn't work for 2 years after that, because it was before the internet, and people just knew Powder. Oh, that's the child molesting guy. You didn't Google it. You couldn't find out that it was the director, not the guy who played it. But even having said that, for really being blackballed for a couple of years and not getting another job after that, I would do it again in a heartbeat. Because to have a career, to do a film like that once, is a gift, because it's one of those scripts that you can screw it up. It's so good, and it's still a good film. So I'm honored to have been